Rise and shine. Pour yourself a cup of coffee and tune in to Good Morning Aurora. News, weather, and really cool interviews. Monday through Friday from 8 to 9 a.m.
Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. The time is now 8 a.m. right on the dot. You're tuned in to because we made it. We made it, and we're making it. It's Thursday. It's a little rainy out. Rather, it's quite rainy outside. A little bit gloomy. Little gloom. Little gloom out there, kind of somber, morose, rather sullen weather that we have today. But look on the bright side if you can, because it's almost Friday and the weekend is upon us. The current temperature right now is 70 degrees. It is currently raining. It's going to be raining until about 11 a.m., it appears. High temperatures today of 75 degrees, and then rain stops at noon and we'll pick back up again from 3 o'clock until, well, Friday. How about that? So yeah, get to know the rain, get ready for it, make some tea, coffee, whatever it is that you drink, and enjoy it if you can. I like the rain, so I'm really going to have fun with it after the show. So if you're just tuning in, you are listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. And we have a plethora of news today, a plethora of things to talk about. And I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to highlight you two different articles on the same subject, and then let you guys, see what I find interesting about the way the articles are written. See if you guys can enjoy it too, point it out and see what's happening in it. But we will be talking about SciTech again today, reading from some recent articles that are going on. All right. So before we get into things, today is the day for our dear friends of the Aurora Food Pantry. They're teaming up today with 95.9 The River, and they are having the Radiothon today. That's going on. Aurora Area Interfaith Food Pantry, today, the 15th. It started at 6, but it's going all the way until 7 p.m. So right now, until 10 a.m., the team of River Rock and Aurora Interfaith Food Pantry are at Syrup, which is the old Colonial Cafe restaurant, 1961 West Galena Boulevard. At 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., they will be at Spartan House, 1032 Prairie Street. And then from 3 to 7 p.m., they will be at AC's Pub. AC's Pub is located at 2124 West Galena Boulevard here in Aurora. So, yeah, shouts out to the food pantry, Dolan and Murphy, Conan Insurance, and of course, River Rock. This is some good stuff going on out there, you guys. Word up. All right, good morning to our dear friends tuning in. Look at you guys. Victoria Hyla Maldonado is here. Good morning, Victoria. How are you this wonderful Thursday? And our dear friend Anna Sierra, owner, namesake, and founder of Anna's Custom Treats. Good morning to all of you wonderful people just tuning in. So first things first, I got another great story to tell you guys about, and it is news. COVID-19 vaccinations will be available on Saturday at the farmers market. You guys may notice, so keep your eyes peeled. There's a lot of different initiatives going on in the city that have been taking place, and they're bringing the vaccines with them. Now, you guys are familiar with the youth fishing derby that just happened. That was brought to us by our friends of Aurora Township, Fox Valley Park District, and that was at Jericho Lake. Vaccines were available out there as well. Now, this is, again, it's not happening everywhere, but it is becoming more and more prevalent. So the Kane County Health Department and the Illinois Department of Public Health will provide COVID-19 vaccines at the farmers market from 8 a.m. to noon this Saturday. No ID is required. No appointment is necessary. Vaccinations are available for all persons 12 years old and older. Minors under the age of 18 must bring a signed Pfizer consent form by their parent or guardian to receive the vaccine. For more information and current updates about COVID-19, you can go to Kane County Health Department's website at kanehealth.com or call the health department at 630-208-3801. Tia, good morning. So good to see all of you guys here on this wonderful Thursday. We're getting there. It's almost Friday. And if you're looking for something great to eat, well, first things first, the link to the article with information about the health department and the COVID-19 vaccines at the farmers market is in the chat for you guys. The time is now 8:06 a.m. You can definitely check that out. But if you guys are looking for something yummy to eat on a weekend, hit up Tavern on Broadway. They got fish and chips now, and it's really, really good. You can get the fish grilled, or you can get it in the old school style of fried. The big, huge fried cod. It's really, really good. I like mine deep battered and fried, but that's just me. You can do what you want to up in Tavern on Broadway. All right, so that's COVID-19 vaccine information for you guys for this weekend at the farmers market. Moving right along. We got a lot of breaking news today. We have 3 breaking news topics today for you guys as well. So we are going to, we'll be hitting that button a bunch for you guys. The time is 8:07. All right. Our friends of Age Guide, Northeastern Illinois, are hosting the Senior Lifestyle Expo. We told you about this on Monday, as a matter of fact. This is the largest annual expo in the Midwest for older adults. This year, the event will be virtual. Join for 2 days of educational sessions, memory cafes, entertainment, exhibitors, and more, all from the comfort of your home. The event will take place August 17th and 18th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Attendance is free, but registration is required. I have that link for you to register, so get ready for that. Oh, and actually, let me do something. Josie is here. Good morning, Josie. How are you? Good out there, Josie. Josie, when you get a chance, I think that we, and by we I mean myself and Cottonseed Creative Exchange, we might owe Ben $5. So let me know, Josie. Ben may have paid $5 over for the price of his shirt at Cottonseed Creative Exchange. All shirts $22. He might have paid $5 over, making it $27. We might owe Ben Geller $5. Send me a message, Josie, if you can, or I'll reach out after the show. Make sure that we get you that $5 back. The time is 8:08. See that? We're a fiscally responsible show. I know you guys like that. Isn't that cool?
How do I know?
That's right. Oh, hello, Mr. Mayor.
How do I know?
Okay. So we've got, should we do one of the breaking news topics now for you guys, or should we wait until one more topic goes by? I don't know. Let me know in the chat. I could tell you some good news now, kind of make it a little bit spicy for you this morning, but I'm actually going to wait. Josue says he got 5 on it. I like that. Josue, I like that. I like that. Some of you guys have to take it back to the loonies right there. Man, that was a good reference, Josue. Very good reference. How are you guys feeling this morning? I hope that you guys are all feeling well, feeling motivated, feeling positive. I'm feeling really good today. I had a great conversation with a dear friend. He lives in Seattle, Washington, but he is in town. And we hung out last night. We had a lot of margaritas. We did strawberry margaritas, blended, homemade, with a little garnish around the rim. They were really good. Drank like 11 of them. And we talked and had a good time. And I got a chance to meet his wife. They've been married for 10 years. So shout out. Shout out to my good friend Paul and his wife Rosa. Married for 10 years. That's some really good stuff. Really, really good. Time is now 8:10 a.m. And you are listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. And because I just can't wait anymore, I'm going to give y'all a little bit of the city of Aurora has a brand new chief of police, and his name is Mr. Keith Cross. Aurora Police Department Deputy Chief Keith Cross was selected by Mayor Irvin just yesterday to serve as Aurora's next top op. How about that? Kristen Zeman, current police chief, or former, I think, right now, announced she's retired from the department after 30 years of service, and her last day on the job will be August 6th. Mr. Cross grew up on the east side of Aurora, and he would become the city's second black police chief if his appointment is approved by the city council. So remember, see, that's how government works, right? The mayor appointed him, but he has to be approved by the city council. That is democracy. He's been a member of the Aurora Police Department since 1994, and his career started as a patrol officer. He rose in the ranks to lieutenant commander and has served as deputy chief for the last 15 months. He also served as a community policing officer, school resource officer, a DARE instructor. That's a throwback right there. Special Operations Group Supervisor, and a crisis hostage negotiator. According to Mr. Cross, quote, "I never imagined myself having an opportunity like this, not because I thought it was impossible, but because I truly enjoyed the day-to-day contact I had with our residents when I was out patrolling the streets," end quote. So congratulations to Mr. Cross for being nominated to be the next police chief of the second largest city. How about that? Isn't that some good news, you guys? Yeah, we like that. We like that. It's actually pretty interesting because I'm just gonna wax just poetically. Good morning. Did I say good morning to you yet, Tia? Did I say good morning to you? If I did not, I'm going to type you a little message. I like Tia. Awesome. All right. Here's the thing about Deputy Chief, Keith Cross, who's now chief, going to be chief. You know, he wrote an article not too long ago. I think it might have been in February. But he was bemoaning the fact that there were not enough officers of color, African American officers, what have you. And he was looking for ways to diversify the police force and things like that. And it was a really good article. And that actually made me realize something. Like, you know, you can lead not just a you thing for him being chief of police now, but anybody can represent and be their own kind of leader, right? So it's like he was looking for diversity in the police force, and now he's the police chief, the second or going to be the second African-American police chief in the history of Aurora. So that's a lot of good winning, and I'm proud of Mr. Cross. So congratulations to Keith Cross, and we wish him the absolute very best as he steps into the role, once approved, you know what I'm saying, to be our next chief of police here in Aurora. The time is 8:14 a.m., and you are listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. And we are here on Thursday, the 15th. And it's very gloomy and rainy outside, but it's all to the good. All right. Good morning, Josue. Good morning, Josie. And good morning to Norma Peterson. Yeah, she's here, y'all. Say hi to Ben. He's got 5 on it. We are looking good, feeling good, highly blessed, highly favored today on the news. And you know what, Josie? Thanks for giving us some more. AEEF, the Aurora East Educational Foundation annual golf outing is today. The foundation supports the East Aurora community through student scholarships and teacher grants. Very cool. We've been telling y'all about this for a while too. And Josie, always coming through with some good stuff to help out. The public's invited. The schedule is as follows, 11 a.m. is registration, and then going all the way until dinner at 5 and 5:30 p.m. awards program. The AEEF distributed $1,000 scholarships to 18 East High seniors just last spring and plans many grants to teachers and staff this fall. Included in the entry fee are 18 holes of golf with cart, gift package, box lunch, refreshments, social hour, dinner, and prizes. Damn, that is a very, very good hookup. Registration is limited to 124 golfers. There might be space for you to go out there and get your tee on. I'm going to put the link in the chat for you guys so that you can be sure to check it out. Go out there, get some golf in, get your exercise in for the day. You know, true golfers golf in the rain. They're not shook about it. The time is 8:16. All right, what's up, Keith? Hostway, you know Keith? Oh, okay, good. Everybody knows Keith here in the comments. I have not yet met Mr. Keith Cross, but I hope to run across him in a good way. You know, not getting arrested or something like that. Put your hands behind your back. Oh, man, what's up?
How do I know?
Okay. Good morning, Tracy Duran. Tracy Duran is here, you guys. Good to see you, Tracy. Tracy is a local author of all things and many things Aurora. Chief among them, Leland Towers. So very cool stuff that she does, and she does a lot of good work. Shouts out to Tracy Duran. She is a friend of the show. Okay, we are going to get into the SciTech. SciTech. Yeah, you thought it was over? You thought it was over when I broke the news the other day on Monday? No, it's not. We have SciTech back in the news once again, and I'm going to use the news of SciTech to highlight reporting, you guys, and see what you guys think about it. I read 2 articles on this exact same subject, but boy, was the message delivered different in both of them. Oh, GAMS, the Great American Morning Show. Yes, we are here. That's right. This is the GAMS, the Great American Morning Show. Community, small business, hip-hop, law enforcement, USA, all of it wrapped up for your morning delight. You know, Good Morning Aurora is 1 year old, and we've got many more years to come. And we appreciate, real quick, I want to say thank you to all of our listeners, fans, viewers, and subscribers. Appreciate y'all very much. All right. So, one more quick news item before we get into to SciTech. There was a hiring event that took place at the Fox Valley Mall, and news that has come out about this has been a little bit mixed. Some of the employers at the mall say that they're having a hard time finding workers. Quote, it has been really difficult, end quote. But yet, foot traffic is increasing. Now, we see that everywhere. You see people out and about more and more downtown. Sorry, I hit the mic. I'm away from my face. What's wrong with me? You see people coming out. The streets are packed. Go out on a Friday in downtown Aurora when the weather's nice. Cars everywhere. People doing this, people doing that. Jump rope, skate, hula hoop, the whole thing. Now, people are coming back, and life is, quote, returning back to normal, end quote. But yet, people are finding it hard to find employees. Businesses have been struggling to fill positions around the country as the pandemic wanes. And the situation is no different in Aurora, where on Wednesday, a job fair was held at Fox Valley Mall to recruit new employees for stores at the shopping center. The fair at the mall spotlighted job openings at more than 25 businesses, including footwear, jewelry, and clothing stores, as well as restaurants and more. Fox Valley Mall senior general manager Scott Sampson said job fairs have been held before at the mall and that despite the outcome of Wednesday's efforts, quote, this would not be a one and done, end quote. The recruiting effort, he added, was about addressing the notable increase in foot traffic at the mall since things began to open up from pandemic restrictions. Recruiters and applicants met in the My Perks Lounge in the mall, as well as areas outside to promote social distancing. Interest was slow during the first hour of the event as recruiters voiced their needs as well as their concerns about finding employees. Pandora at Fox Valley is hoping to get 4 employees Wednesday in sales and support, mostly part-time. I'm going to put the article in the chat for you guys to read it. I've mentioned this before, and you guys have actually heard us talk about this on Jeanette's Planning, which is tomorrow, by the way. You guys have heard us talk about, like, look, the thing is that at this point in time, there are jobs out there for folks. You can get a job. Is it a quality job? That's another story. Is it paying a decent wage? That's another story. Is it a job that's going to provide you advancement? That's another story as well. But at this point in time in American history where we find ourselves, there are jobs aplenty out there. So I would encourage folks to go out. If you are in need of work, look around. See what's out there. See who's hiring. See who's doing something. See who's got something to offer you. You may be surprised. The time is 8:21 a.m. and you are listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. All right, let's get into SciTech. So, SciTech officials are ready to move on towards reopening in the wake of controversy. That is the title of a well-written article by a writer and reporter that I really like in the Trib, and I'm going to read briefly from this and then put it in the chat for you guys to check out. But then I'm going to read another one on the same topic. Then we're going to talk about how different they are. Let's take a sip of coffee real quick. If you're at home, tip it up, tip it up. Okay, so Arlene Hawks thought she left all the drama behind when she retired as the theater instructor with East Aurora School District and took on the job 8 years ago as executive director of SciTech Hands-On Museum of Science and Technology in Aurora. But last week, emotions took center stage, listen to this, in the community after a recently terminated employee turned to social media to air hard-hitting complaints about the new leader of the nonprofit museum that recently took Hawks' place, as well as the board overseeing this much-loved downtown children's museum. Hold on a second, guys, real quick. Aisha Saxon is here. Good morning, Aisha. What is up? Okay. It wasn't long after the post that those of us in the newsroom, this is being written, I'm reading it to you firsthand, started hearing about it from residents. Faith Slowinski, the new executive director who took over in May, was accused of being unqualified to lead this nonprofit and for firing the staff after unsuccessfully trying to turn in her own resignation to a board that refused to accept it. It seems that this employee and other staff were upset. Former Director of Operations Camille Collar, who took over as interim executive director after Arlene Hawks stepped down in November, did not get hired for that permanent role. And so, as can sometimes happen, personalities clashed, alliances were formed, and in the end, Slowinski had the backing of the board and the go-ahead to replace her 5 full and part-time staffers. Now that's interesting. Did you hear how that was worded? Let's go back and read that again. It seems the employee and other staff were upset. Former Director of Operations Camille Collar who took over as interim executive director after Arlene Hawk stepped down in November, did not get hired for that permanent role. And so, as sometimes happens, personalities clashed, alliances were formed, and in the end, Slowinski had the backing of the board and the go ahead to replace her 5 full and part time staffers. Now, let's put a brief flag in the conversation because, we read to you guys the original written piece about the hubbub at SciTech, and I don't recall the author of that post mentioning Camille Collar anywhere. He never said that he was upset that she didn't get the job. He never said that she would have been better in the position. In fact, I don't recall her name being mentioned at all. But in this article, apparently alliances were formed, personalities were clashing. Background information. Wholesale terminations like that are not pleasant, yet not all that abnormal when there are leadership changes in businesses and corporations. But of course, SciTech is neither. It's a beloved small nonprofit, a children's museum that had its share of ups and downs in the 30 plus years since it was founded, but was certainly finding its mojo until COVID-19 came along and shut it and every other museum in the state down. I'm going to put the link to this article in the chat for you guys to check out. You heard how I read it. I read it just like it's written. Shouts out to the awesome reporter and writer who wrote it. But I have another article about SciTech and the same exact issue, but it was written a little bit, can we say, differently?
How do I know?
Because I read it. That's how I know. Good morning, real quick, Norma Peterson. Good morning to you. I think I said good morning to you, but you deserve all the good mornings in the world. Norma Peterson, real quick before we get to part 2, or excuse me, article 2, Norma Peterson is a dear friend of the show who is also the executive director of Document the Abuse. And she is a great person. She is active in the law enforcement community, working with our state's attorney and our sheriff of Kane County, the great Ron Hain. She's done a lot. She's doing a lot. Get to know Document the Abuse, what they do, the evidentiary abuse affidavit. Get to know what's going on with Document the Abuse. I might make a post about that later on today just to highlight Document the Abuse and what's going on. We love our community. We support people trying to make change, and that's everybody from Mutual Ground to Norma Peterson and Document the Abuse. Keith Cross is a great asset to our city, a real down-to-earth guy. You got that right, Josie. You got that right. All right, let's get on to part 2, or article 2, because this is important, you guys. I got to highlight this for you guys because I want to make sure that you see this. This is crazy. All right. Now, you heard this. You heard how that article ended, right? Hey, personalities clash, alliances were formed. This employee wanted this person to be the director of SciTech, and it didn't happen, so he wrote a little yada, yada, yada. Okay, we got it. But now, let's read another take on it. And it starts at the headline. Just like the headline was different of that one, listen to this headline, because it's something completely different. All right. This headline states, when a new director of SciTech Museum in Aurora tried to resign amid tensions, the board of directors fired staff instead. Whoa, hold up. That's way different than the other headline. Hashtag I give a damn. What? Aisha, come on now, girl. You can't, right. Paying attention. Hashtag I give a damn. Give a damn. Our city. No. I mean, we're not trying to see a big, huge, hulking facility like SciTech's building boarded up or something like that, right? I mean, are we trying to walk past another graffiti-strewn building in the heart of downtown, right across from the park and next door to Support Techs? One East Benton, the old school Aurora Public Library where American Legion Post 84 hangs out? No. But let's get back to this All right. This one is not so. I'll let you decide. Reorganization at SciTech has prompted a public rift in the downtown Aurora Museum. The hiring of Faith Slowinski as the new executive director of the more than 30-year-old Hands-On Science Museum on May 10th caused division among museum staff. Listen to this very carefully. The dissension was so acrimonious, word of the day. The dissension was so acrimonious that Slowinski tried to resign, which the SciTech board of directors refused to accept. Instead, the board fired what was left of the employees, most of whom were furloughed when the museum shut down in March 2020 due to the coronavirus pandemic, and decided to reorganize the museum coming out of an almost 1.5-year shutdown. According to Faith Slowinski, quote, "I am still here and I enjoy the support of the board. In the process of restructuring, a lot of tough decisions had to be made that affected the staff," end quote. The July 6th firing of the 4 remaining full-time staff members angered some of them, as well as some other people around town. One of the former staff members, a 4-year museum employee and an Aurora realtor, took to social media with a post chastising the board's actions, firing the staff, supporting Lewinsky.
How do I know?
This individual, the former staff member, is also a member of the board for Aurora Downtown, an organization that administers the downtown special service area and promotes downtown events and attractions. Now, hold on. Now, you know why that's important? I'll tell you why that's important. Because this is not just some person, who decided to take to social media and write something. You're on the staff of SciTech and the board of Aurora Downtown. That must mean you give a damn. This individual said he made the post, quote, "with great disappointment and frustration," end quote, for the SciTech staff. Quote, "The board of directors has repeatedly exhibited the inability to understand the nuances of nonprofit and museum management and have regularly worked to the detriment of the organization." Now, I admit, when I read that, like Saturday or Sunday night, whenever it was written, I was like, damn, he snapped, end quote. Now, listen to this, because this is where it gets interesting. Pay attention. The SciTech board of directors declined to directly address the post and the accusations written by the employee. The board released a statement through Nick Scanlon, the board's vice president of development. Quote, to quote the statement, "Due to SciTech's extended shutdown, we are in a very challenging position. There are many unknowns that will require us to rethink our cost structure and how we can best position SciTech for the future. We will be reviewing all necessary actions, including restructuring the organization. Unfortunately, we recently had to make some decisions that were very difficult for SciTech and for our employees. We are committed to the SciTech mission and need to take some time to determine our path forward." Now, here's where it gets deeper. The current situation goes back to November 2020, when Arlene Hawks resigned after more than 8 years as SciTech executive director. We told y'all that, right? We read that, okay. Camille Collar, the director of operations, was named interim director. We told you about that. Right, okay, we got that. We got that part. Everything's all good. Right? We're all good? Yeah? Yay! All right, pay attention. The board decided to hire Slowinski instead of Collar. Okay. From May 10th to near the end of June, there was dissension between the staff and Slowinski attempted to resign. Now hold on. Did you hear that? From May 10th to the end of June, there was dissension between the staff and Slowinski attempted to resign. What could have happened between May 10th and June? What? Like, huh? Now, eventually, the board refused Slowinski's resignation and fired the 4 full-time employees left. The board did ask 2 of the employees to stay on as part of the transition through July 23rd. SciTech has, over the years, had a variety of employees, some volunteers, some part-time, and some temporary employees tied to specific programs. Wow. One of the issues raised was the board's treatment of Collar, who was deemed to be more qualified to be director than Slowinski. Amazing. Now, I want you guys to read this article. Here it comes. It's going to be put in the chat for you guys. Read both of these articles and note the difference. Note the writing. Note the feeling. Note how one makes you feel like it's, hey, these things happen. And the other one's like, from May 10th to July 12th to May 10th to June, there was problems, and Shorty tried to resign. That's crazy. I do believe that when it comes to information, we ourselves, you, us as listeners and readers, we should always make our own decisions, but you have to note how information is presented. That's very key. The time is 8:36 a.m. and you are listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. Jennifer Ryan Mayton is here. I think we got some of our schools represented in here. Gates Elementary School is in the house. We got any more teachers in the chat? I think our show is popular with teachers. I'm glad to know that. If teachers like the show, we appreciate that. You know, we want our educators to get the very best out of the show. We appreciate that, man. We stand behind you guys. We support you. We are well aware of all of the great work that our teachers do and our teachers have done, and we look forward to another great school year coming up in August, right? Are you teachers ready to go back to work? Are you ready? We hope you are. You better be. All right. So let's move on. Let's move on with more news. Don't forget, quick hits. Our friends of Fox Valley United Way, we've been telling you about this for over 2 weeks. Well, over a week now. Halloween Hustle, 5K. 1 mile fun walk. Don't forget, October 17th, 9 a.m., Phillips Park. Sponsorships are available and registration is definitely required. You cannot just show up and think that just because you're wearing some Speedos, you're about to just, you know what I'm saying, get in there and do your thing with the run. No, you cannot, my brothers and sisters. No, you cannot. You must register. And I'm going to send you that link right now. The time is 8:38 a.m. Hold on a second. Victoria tells us she is ready to send the kids back to school. She's ready to get them out the house. Y'all go away for a little bit, just a little bit. Knowledge is power. That is definitely right to our dear brother Josue. And the perspective is definitely different. Seriously, I'm telling you guys, I care. You know, you guys know me, but you know I care. It's a us thing. It's a us thing. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? If I'm doing good, we're all doing good. If you guys are doing bad, I'm doing bad. We're trying to lift all of us up. You know, all of us. Every single one. Okay. Fun walk. Halloween 5K and fun walk link is in the chat for you guys to check out. Our friends at Harry Beast Dog Parlor, do not forget. Awesome party. Sunday, July 25th. Food, cars, really cool people. This will be going down noon to 5 p.m. Come on by 215 West Galena Boulevard to celebrate the 3-year anniversary of a wonderful business. People like it so much I can't even get the news out. Can you guys stop the claps just for a moment? Gosh, I know you like the second largest city's first daily news podcast, but I have news to deliver. So yeah, Harry Beast Dog Parlor is celebrating their 3-year anniversary. It is a great business. I am proud to know Josue and his awesome wife, Veronica. They have treated a brother really good. We did a great interview with them as well that you guys can find on our YouTube page. But at the same time, I just want to say all small businesses out there, not just Harry Beast. Keep up the good work. If you made it to 1 year, keep it up. Let's make it to 2. Good Morning Aurora has made it to 1 year, and I guarantee you, May 11th, next year, it's going down again for part 2. Thank you to everybody who came out to our fantastic 1-year birthday party. Okay. Kane County Triad, shouts out. Kane County Sheriff, word up. And several of our other friends and community partners. Do not forget, been telling you about this for a while, the annual Triad Picnic for Seniors, taking place on August the 10th from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at Phillips Park, 1000 Ray Moses Drive. The cost is a whopping $3. Seniors can register online or in person at any Fox Valley Community Center by August 1st. You still got time, but it's coming up. Hold on, real quick. Let's just talk about that. Can we talk? Can we just talk to each other real quick about something? It's about to be August. 2021 is almost over. This year went by fast. Didn't it? Or is it just me? This year went by extremely fast. Holy cow. It's about to be 2022 before you know it. Let's all take a collective sip of coffee to that. But yeah, it's a whole new year. Whole new year, right around the corner. And I don't know about you guys, but this year it was rough. You know what I'm saying? We rocked it out. We did our very best. We did what we could. But yeah, it was tough, but we all got through it. We're all getting to it. We're all getting through it. You know, Tracy tells us she was just talking to her manager about how fast this year is going. It's going too fast. Tracy, word up. I'm serious. It is crazy fast. Super fast. Oh, man. Okay, what the heck was I telling you about? Did I give you guys the link to the Halloween Hustle and 5K being hosted by our great friends of Fox Valley? I did. I did do that. Okay, good. I'm making a list, checking it twice. You know, I got to make sure that I give you guys all of the news. Hashtag I give a damn. That's the new thing. I'm going to put that in the chat for you guys. Hold on. Then I'll get back to the news. Because I have give a hashtag I give a damn. All right. A couple more things, you guys. Just yesterday, kicked off the Kane County Fair. It's the 152nd Kane County Fair in St. Charles. On tap this year are a host of regular attractions as well as new features at Kane County Fairgrounds, 525 South Randall Road in St. Charles. Okay, now did you know that Kane County Fairground had a board and a president? I had no idea, but it's a guy named Larry Breon. He said that it's going on to Sunday. 5-day event, many years. The goal of the event remains, quote, having a venue for the 4-H people to exhibit the products they've worked on all year, end quote. He also said that fair entertainment is reasonable for families and it doesn't break the bank. And that is indeed. Tickets are $5 for all ages. Children under 3 get in free. Friday through Sunday, prices are $10 for adults, $5 for kids 3 to 12 years old, and free for kids under 3 years old. Seniors, 62 and over, and military with an ID get in free on Thursday till 5 p.m. Word up. Yay! Larry Breon. I don't know him. If anybody in the chat knows him, let me know so I can reach out and holler at a brother. I'm lurking. They don't have an email address for Larry Breon, but you know how we do on Good Morning Aurora. If there is information or a way, we will find it. But a couple of things going on. Carnival rides are going on, and they also have tried and true things like pig racing and a truck pull. Wow. Frog in the corner, and he go riding. Rambone. All right, I'm going to put the link in the chat for you guys to check out. If you do go out to the Kane County Fair, take some pics and send them to me at goodmorningaurora@gmail.com, or send them to us via Facebook Messenger or on Instagram or on Twitter. You guys have 1,000,001 ways to get in touch with your boy. Some of you even have my personal cell phone number because you've known me before Good Morning Aurora. Ha ha ha. So yeah, let's get in touch. Let's get in touch. And if you do anything cool, I will shout you out. Oh, that out. My calendar invite. Cool. All right. So that's Kane County Fair. The time is 8:45 a.m. Couple more quick news items before we go. So I told you guys that the police department is hiring for many different positions. Among them are cadets and police officers, and there's also a need of lateral transfers. Lateral transfers for a police department are officers who come from other departments. So, Addison or wherever the heck. Yeah, you can be a police officer elsewhere and do a lateral transfer. That's how we get officers from other places. So applications are being accepted now through August 1st. I posted the link to the site yesterday in the chat for you guys. I'll dig it out again. But you can apply at aurora-il.org/join-APB. That is the link to the website that'll take you there. You can fill out the application. I hope y'all get a job with the police department. Let me know if you do. I'll shout you out every day. If you get a job at the police department and you're a listener of Good Morning Aurora, I'll do something nice for you. I don't know what I'll do, but I'll do something nice for you. Okay. Next Monday, or this coming up Monday, July 19th. Oh, this is the other. Hold on. Free mental wellness fair taking place on Monday, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Neuqua Valley High School. Assistant Majority Leader Linda Holmes and Senator Laura Ellman will be there. Taking place. 360 Youth, Connect for Life, Family Focus, the Department of Human Resources, that's Illinois Department of Human Resources, Linden Oaks, Metro Family Services, Mutual Ground, NAMI DuPage, Samara Care, Congresswoman Lauren Underwood's office, and the Will County Office of Substance Use Initiative. Taking place once again Monday, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Neuqua Valley High School. Now, we care greatly about our youth and those in the mental health community. So not only did that deserve a breaking news, it also deserves a little bit of I like to see that. Keep up the good work. Keep that energy. Do that. Do all of that. Okay. Next things next. Don't forget Kane County Democratic Women, the Blue Wave Cruise. You can get on a boat. See, I don't know if this is open only for women, because a brother, I want to get back on a boat. I'm a sailor. I want to get back on a boat. Can somebody reach out to these women and let them know if a brother can join? All right. The date, August 21st, 6:30 p.m. The boat leaves the dock promptly. Boarding starts at 6 p.m. Potawatomi Park, 8 North Avenue, St. Charles, Illinois. The price is $100 per person. It includes the boat cruise and a catered meal, wine, beer, and water. That's worth $100, y'all. Maybe a brother like me shouldn't get on a boat. I don't know. It sounds kind of nice and, great. They don't need some sailors hijacking their boats, playing Van Halen and drinking up all the wine. So maybe we'll make our own boat party. How about that?
How do I know?
Stay tuned. All right. Aurora Township Foundation for Senior and Youth Services prevents. Holy cow, I'm messing it up. Coffee. All right. The Aurora Township Foundation for Senior and Youth Services presents Face Pork Chop Barbecue Fundraiser. Monday, August 9th, 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. $15 per dinner, drive-through or carry-out only. The address is 313 Gale Street in Aurora, and funds go towards youth scholarships in Aurora. Shouts out to our friends of the Aurora Township. Also, don't forget the annual Quad County is Orchard Valley Golf Course, 2411 West Illinois Avenue here in Aurora, one of Chicagoland's best public championship golf courses. Man, that's awesome. That is awesome. Josue, I'm the captain now. Oh man, you know what, Josue? You changed my mind. You changed my mind. Maybe I'll scrounge up $100 and maybe I'll get on the boat just to have that moment. Just to have that moment and completely ruin any chance of getting into politics later on in my life by making a cringe-worthy movie reference on an awesome boat in St. Charles Harbor. I just might do that. The time is now 8:50 a.m. You are listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. It's Thursday, the 15th of July. A couple more news items before we get out of here, and I've got a great interview this morning. I'm interviewing a man by the name of Jake. I'm not going to tell you what his last name is. I'm not going to tell you what he does. You will just have to wait till a brother drops the episode. But if you're a Patreon subscriber, you will get the link to today's episodes before it airs. How about that? All right. Last two news items before we go. Okay. Don't forget, help Mutual Ground pack the backpack. They have a list of supplies they need on their website. Donate school supplies to help pack backpacks for students. Very much needed. All right. And also with Mutual Ground, they are hiring. Join the team. They need a clinical manager for substance use services, a finance specialist in the administrative department, prevention educator for violence prevention and substance use prevention, a weekend on-call relief advocate for their residential services, therapists for family services and counseling services, and a victim advocate part-time third shift for residential services. For more information, visit the website mutualground.org/about/careers. Norma asks, okay, who's up for sponsoring a boat for the Gams? Come on, y'all. Let's get that boat. Let's get that. I tell you this. I make this promise to you. If Good Morning Aurora ever has the ability or the means to commandeer or charter a boat or any craft that's safe to be on water for any amount of time, I guarantee you, we will throw the greatest nautical party the world has ever seen. Yay! We surely will. It'll be fun. I guarantee you. We need one of those big, like, old school New Orleans riverboats, like those big ones. You know, Norbert and Trace, you guys remember? Like back in like 1903, those big double or triple decker ones. We need one of those. So like everybody in Aurora can get on the boat. We'll sail up the Fox. We'll kick it out, jam to some Dire Straits or something. And yeah. All right. I got one more piece of breaking news for you guys, but I also want to let you know I told you about Harry B's Dog Parlor party that they got going on Sunday, the 25th of July. Well, Dapper Brews Coffee is now sold at Harry B's. Dapper Brews Coffee is a local business, veteran owned as well. The owner, Juan, is a dear friend of the show, and he is a veteran of the United States Army. Lots of vets. Let me tell you something. Lots of our veteran community are doing great things here in our community. Many are business owners. So shouts out. And if you need Good Morning Aurora shirts, you can go to Cottonseed Creative Exchange, located at 8 North Broadway. Get your shirts. 8 North Broadway, Cottonseed Creative Exchange, a woman and veteran-owned business here in the heart of downtown Aurora shopping. Quite honestly, you guys, I'd say this with no joke. Depending on what you're doing in Aurora, what you're supporting, what you're sitting there watching, what you're buying, You're supporting small business and the vets. Like, you guys are. There's a lot of veterans doing a lot of good stuff here in the city of Aurora. So, man, keep it up. Support local. Like, it's not just a hashtag. You know what I'm saying? It's not just a hashtag that I'm using or anybody else is using. Support local because you guys are doing a lot. Every time you go into Cotton Seed and you purchase something, you're supporting the troops. If you listen to Good Morning Aurora, you're supporting the troops. If you listen to Good Morning Aurora, you are supporting the troops, the veterans, and you are supporting women-owned businesses. We're not a women-owned business, but we support women-owned businesses. It's all in the same milieu. The time is 8:55 a.m. You are listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. And I told you I had 3. I gave you 2. So here is the last. Okie dokie, the back to school fair, Friday, August 13th, 4:30 p.m. to 7 o'clock p.m. This will be held at Greenfield Park, 774 Illinois Avenue in Aurora. You are Oh man, it was super. Alderman at Large, Sermon Jenkins, and AAMOU, the African American Men of Unity. They're having their 13th annual Back to School Fair. This event will take place in a drive-through format. Families entering Greenfield Park in their vehicles will be issued free school supplies, face masks, and snacks. The school supplies will be delivered on a first-come, first-served basis. This event is free and open to the public. Shouts out to our elected officials. I don't want to see nobody in the chats on a city council meeting talking about what's the city doing for me and the kids. You tune in to Good Morning Aurora, you would find out. Word up. Okay, and I got one more piece. One more. This is it. Last one, I promise you. I promise you. I know. Promise you. But anyway, this Saturday, Save Our Youth 2021. The Collier Community Center is hosting this. It'll be from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Martin Luther King Farnsworth Park on the east side. Donations, free food, drinks, Bomba socks, and Halloween costumes. This will be a really fun time. The event's going to be under the pavilion, Community Noon Prayer. Jesus Saves. From 1 to 1:45 p.m., Teen Talk with the speaker, Youth Pastor Elder Biotis Ism from Christ Temple. The presentation, First Student General Manager Mr. James Reeves. 2 p.m., free food and drinks will be served. Collier Community Center bake sale. All are welcome. 4 to 6 p.m., there will be another guest speaker, Mr. Brandon Travis of Christ Temple as well in Joliet. This is absolutely wonderful. For more information, you can contact Fred and Angela Collier, 331-255-6292. That number again is 331-255-6292. Special thank you to the sponsors, Walmart, Bomba Socks, Renewed Incorporated, Sharon Mays and Family, Meyer, the City of Aurora, and Alderman Emmanuel Lamas. All right, the time is 8:58 a.m. You've been listening to and watching the Great American Morning Show, GAMS, the only place in Kane County, dare I say Illinois, where you can get the news, the weather, culture, love for small businesses, love for the sheriff's office, shouts out, and a positive disposition as much as humanly possible in our collective lives, in our everyday moments. I hope that you guys have a great, blessed rest of this day. Let's do the most. Let's make the most out of it. Consider joining the Rotary Club. Consider getting involved. Consider joining the APD. Are you registered to vote? Check out what's going on in your community. Help someone else if you can. Donate to Mutual Ground. Donate to the Aurora Food Pantry and donate to Hesed House. Anything you can do to help make the life of another of our fellow Aurorans better, I hope that you consider it. Take care of yourself and each other.